Hey guys, Jimmy here with the Cash Garage, replacing a TCM and ECU for a 2008 Mazda 5. Is the whole unit comes into one. Part number is L39C18881D. With Mitsubishi Electric, similar, very L39C18881G. So I had to take the whole battery assembly in order for me to take the computer out. So, but you don't necessarily have to do this. I'll tell you that to replace the computer in here, it goes mounted in here. Okay. The problem was the cover. The plastic cover in here was what we didn't know exactly how it was to come off. And it's all that it is a couple of small Phillips screwdrivers. Phillips screws right here, number 1 and number 2, right over here in between these two. Okay, so it's all that it is really, and then you're able to take the cover off. But if you don't want to take the battery cover out and just do that to the side, I don't recommend it because it's harder for you to do it. Doable for sure, but it's not the most convenient, right? So the car is showing a faulty of cylinder number 2. I did a couple of videos about this before, and we're replacing the whole computer. But as I'm investigating a little bit more myself, finally I realized that one of the harness in this particular vehicle is actually damaged and it's cracked right here on the side. So that could be the reason why there's no full contact. I noticed as well that previous owners have been tampering with the cabling in here. There's a cable that's being spliced here and another splice right here, as you can see, to ground, I'm gonna assume. So I'm just gonna put it back together, and if you come across the same problem, you know, it's most likely your ECM. Can you hold the camera right here? Right there. So just putting it back together. I didn't bother doing the first part of the video when you're taking it apart. The base of the battery bucket, it takes 3 screws, 10 millimeters head. Right there, hold it. You know, so nothing out of the ordinary, nothing really extraordinary either. The most difficult part, again, as I said, was taking the plastic cover from the side of the ECU and the transmission control module. So this is the part, you know, basically it goes connected right here, you know, and closes in. And then it seems like a really daunting task to do, but it's not as hard as it seems. It's just, again, this screw right here, right? There's one screw right here. So I'm putting it on. And another small Phillips screw right in this spot right here. Right, but at the time it didn't make sense to me, those little 2 screws. I didn't want to break the bucket either for the battery, so I just took the whole bucket out and then replaced the computer. So back it goes back inside here. again. Make sure you keep the cables out of the way. And then 3 10mm bolts. So let me just place one right here. One right there. One right here. And the whole battery goes back into place. They're all three the same sizes. They were a little oxidated, so I put a little bit of ATF fluid to make it an easy transition for bringing it back home. 10mm socket, little small extension. Give it a good start. This battery is a little bit difficult to work with because you don't have much space to put it on, so you kind of gotta kind of throw it in an angle in order for you to place the battery back on. Another issue that I see is that the ground is hiding on the back side. So taking the positive from the ground, I always recommend you to disconnect first the ground, so that way if you do any mistakes and attach the positive to a metal or a ground point, you don't blow your fingers or burn them with a high discharge. You don't blow the main fuse or ultimately burn the computer, right? So we don't want to do any of those things. So after this, just making sure that the cables are in place. You know, it goes in here. That's a positive. There's a little wall plate right here that goes and slides in here into place. I'm not gonna bother you with those guys, but basically if you're gonna replace your battery, you gotta take that off, okay, so that way you can slide your battery into position. Grounds at the back, positive at the front, and then this harness, you just connect them and then lock them into place. To remove this one, there's a little lever at the bottom of the harness that you gotta press either with a screwdriver or flat screwdriver to release the connector. Okay, so once this is hooked up into place, it doesn't seem like it's gonna go anywhere, and it won't until you release this. There you go. Okay, so that's how you replace a 2008 combination of ECU and transmission control module on a 2008 Mazda 5. All right, I hope you guys like it, enjoy it, and fire up some questions if you have any. If not, I hope this helped you out in replacing the computer. Have a good day.